Good evening and welcome to Insider News. It's been a while since we brought to you interesting stories from our vicinity. And that was because of the presidential and National Assembly elections in the country. But tonight we shall bring to you a story about goat markets and goat business in Anambra. Please stay tuned for details coming up after the hard news. I am Maureen Stone Enujoke. There are plans to explore and put together youths who are technologically inclined under one roof to provide automated and technological solutions to the needs of the fast-growing economy of Anambra State. The Commissioner for Youth Empowerment and Creative Economy, Mr. Bonaventure Enemali, made the revelation in Oka at the graduation ceremony of the second batch of One Youth, One Skill initiative. David Okwasili has the details.
According to Mr. Enemali, the ICT graduates of the program will be matched with those identified through the Anambra Talent Show under the Anambra Young Innovators to build a network to provide the digital needs of businesses in the state. Commissioner Enemali also said that the graduates of the One Youth, One Skill program will continue to benefit from the ministry's quarterly mentoring program to ensure they succeed and grow their businesses.
So this is the real-time ICT training, which is the help and the support of the governor of Anambra State to ensure that every youth in Anambra State have a skill. And he's doing that and he's accomplished all his promises and he will continue to do that. This is the second batch. The third batch will commence immediately after this batch as well. That is to show that the governor of Anambra State, Chief Willow Biano, is a youth.
On their parts, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mrs. Tefkele Uzo, and the Chief Youth Development Officer, Mrs. Chito Osili, underscored the importance of the program and said it will make young people become self-reliant and contribute more to their society.
I will urge you, after you have learned this, to go home and improve more. Not only learning this, but also ensure that you have a marketing skill that will enable you to sell what you have learned.
The Executive Governor of Anambra State, the youth-friendly governor, Chief Willie Obiano, and through his youthfulness, Mr. Bonaventure Enemali, the Honorable Commissioner, and he has the youth at heart. That's why all these programs, he tries as much as possible to keep the youth off the streets. So I ask them to avail themselves of this wonderful opportunity. All it takes is just to come to the office and pick yourself a form, and you're already a participant. No fees attached to it.
In Oka, this is David Okwase reporting, Fabius News.
The Cathedral Administrator of St. Patrick's Cathedral, Oka, Reverend Father Matthew Etansi, has encouraged Christians to always speak out against evil and immorality. Reverend Father Etansi, who stated this in a homily during the Mass, said people should have courage to express their hearts and should examine themselves to know if they are on the right track in doing the will of God. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye faxed the reports taken from our studio.
Reverend Father Atansi cautioned the parishioners against all forms of corruption, get-rich-quick syndrome, and other forms of ills, and charged the youths to shun sinful acts.
Anyị na-ewenitekwa ime ezi omume, ịkwụba aka ọtọ, ikwu eziokwu, iwepụ corruption na ndụ anyị. Mana oke ọchịchọ gazi mee onye ọbụla na-achọ sọsọ nke a ga ihe ọ ga-akọta kọmiti onye kọta ọkọ n'ọnụ ya.
The Vicar of the Anglican Church of the Holy Spirit, Oka, Reverend Canon Dr. Rex Kalu, says it pays to embrace Christ and work consistently towards gaining salvation. Reverend Canon Dr. Kalu, whose sermon centered on deliverance from the bondage of sin, lamented that people are tied in various bondages because of ignorance, stating that if they allow Christ to take over, they will be set free from all shackles. Reverend Canon Dr. Kalu lamented the situation of things in the country and called on Christians to pray fervently to overcome challenges.
People are tied in various places and they cannot express themselves fully. And so we are saying that people should invite Christ in their lives and live a prayerful life in order to be free from the bondage of Satan, from the bondage of sin.
Also at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Aroma, Oka, the assistant pastor, Mr. Ogudu Onuabuchi, said, "It is important to appreciate and give thanks to God each morning for his mercies noting that the heart of ingratitude lacks everything good from God.
Today, being the first Sunday in the month of March, we have come to thank God for all that He has done for us. It's important to appreciate that when you appreciate God, when you give thanks to God, God will do better.
Governor Willie Obiano has received more commendations for effective implementation of the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. Speaking in Oka, some of the stakeholders also lauded the governor for the takeoff of the Anambra Health Insurance Agency, ASHIA. The scheme, managed by ASHIA, had since begun operations within the state in partnership with various hospitals to ensure that beneficiaries could enroll in hospitals of their choice. In her reaction, a civil servant, Amarachi Wankwo, while expressing delight at the scheme, thanked Governor Willie Obiano for establishing the agency to ensure effective implementation of the program. Mrs. Wankwo noted that the scheme is not only benefiting the workers but also their dependents. Also speaking, another civil servant, Mr. Chinedu Okafor, noted that the scheme would make quality health care affordable and accessible. In her reaction, Mrs. Ego Okoli, whose daughter is a civil servant but had enrolled as a dependent, confirmed that she accessed treatment at a reputable health facility. The Vice Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, in Anambra Central Senatorial District, Chief Theophile Noli, has called on eligible voters in the state to vote for ABGA candidates in this Saturday's House of Assembly election to enhance development in the state. Speaking in Oka, Chief Noli maintained that this call has become necessary in view of the monumental achievements of the present ABGA government in the state. According to the Vice Chairman of ABGA in Anambra Central Senatorial District, a vote for ABGA candidates in the March 9th House of Assembly election will, apart from entrenching robust governance in the state, also strengthening ABGA the more. Chief Noli, who said that an ABGA-dominated House of Assembly will bring more cordial relationship between the legislature and the executive, thereby promoting good governance and bringing about more dividends of democracy across the state. He called on the Anambra to continue with the support for ABGA and Governor Willie Obiano for enhanced development of the state. Anambra State electorates have been urged to vote massively for candidates of All Progressives Grand Alliance ABGA in the coming state assembly election. Speaking on the coming election, the member representing Jikoka 2 constituency at the State House of Assembly and Chairman House Committee on Trade and Commerce, Honorable Pete Ibida, said ABGA remains the best political party in the contest. Honorable Ibida, who is seeking re-election, noted that ABGA has credible candidates who would give the people quality representation. He thanks the people of his constituency for the support and encouragement and reassured them that he would continue to attract more democratic dividends to the area. Honorable Ibida urged the people of the state to sustain the support and prayer for Governor Obiano's administration to complete its vision for the state. Tragedy struck in Kano when fire burnt a family of 6 to death beyond recognition. The incident, which occurred at Bawel Road, Hausawa quarters in Kano metropolis, affected the head of the family, Mr. Isaiah Jonathan, his wife, his 3 children, including a newborn baby, and the younger sister of the wife. An eyewitness explained that the fire incident started from the sitting room and prevented the victims from coming out of the house. The Kano State Police Command confirmed the incident in a statement by its public relations officer, Mr. Abdullahi Kiyawa, a deputy superintendent of police. Kiyawa said the fire was put out with the help of men from Kano Fire Service, though the fire servicemen could not rescue any of the victims. At least 20 people, including many children, have been killed in flash floods in 6 districts and the capital of Afghanistan's southern province of Kandahar, the United Nations has said. The victims were killed when their homes collapsed or the vehicles they were traveling in were swept away, according to the UN Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. Kandahar's Deputy Governor Abdul Hanan Munib said the flooding was the worst in 7 years, with many nomadic herders camped in the area swept away by the flood waters along their livestock. The official added that 400 families have been rescued by the Afghan army since the flooding began late on Friday night. We shall be taking a break here to bring us this announcement. Stay tuned.
Inner strength? Yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that. You don't stay down, you get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. Yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo.
Heavyweight champion of the world!
Data. We can't live without it. Share it. Impress with it. Borrow it. Sell with it.
I'm here. Calm down. Breathe.
Celebrate with it. Breathe easy, knowing that with Glow, data is oxygen.
Glad to welcome you back. We shall be bringing to you Insider News proper. Stay tuned. This is Insider News. We're so glad to have you. Anambra are known for entrepreneurship and hard work. No wonder Anambra citizens have taken over goat business in some markets in the state. We shall be joining Ngozi Bileri of Insider News as she brings us reports from the markets she visited.
Gone are the days when people travel far whenever they need to buy goats. These days, goats are sold in large quantities in various markets in Anambra, especially according to the 4 native market days in Igbo land. At all the markets visited, both the ones referred to as Ewu Igbo and the ones called Ewu Hausa were seen, but Ewu Hausa outnumbered that of the Igbos, and I cannot help but ask why. Since this is Igbo land, it is expected that Ewu Igbo should be seen in large quantities. Insider News visited Oyenimo on Oye Day and was met with a large number of goat buyers and sellers, all who were enthusiastic to talk to Insider News. Most of the respondents, especially the dealers, said they started the business, which they said is lucrative, when they were young.
During the war, sheep when they live on one because they on another direct from Igbo Hausa. And then after one, they work the way there and then
Pia's go come here more than 15 years now. So manite fia na ọ na-aga ndị m jikwa wee lụ ụlọ. Yes. So mụwa manite gosi akwụkwọ tinyekwa aka na ya ọ na-agakwalụ m. Afia ewu ma mma na-egwago nke bụ eziokwu na onye ji eziokwu. Because na ịpụta n'ụwa ị ga-ama ihe bụ your destiny. Ị ga-ama ihe bụ akala gị. Then itinye isi na ya nwanne m onwero itinye isi na ya onwero tinye isi na ya gboo bido n'oge practice wee gaba kpata afọ ewu emegoro m nlụta ụlọ. Yes, so na n'Imo amakakwu ahize ndị n'Imo nyere anyị ebe a because na ọtụtụ ebe ka anyị na-achọ ka enye anyị dịka oyi agụ fe ekwerọ anyị need izugbo afịa na oyi agụ abago ma fe ekwerọ anyị ndị n'Imo wee nye anyị ịghọtago sa iwe were obi ọcha na-azụkwu ya ife ọfụ na ịnepụ anya anyị nwere ewu Igbo nwee ewu Hausa nwee mkpi Hausa nwee mkpi Igbo ka ọ bụ na ịchọ na anyị na ya and ọ na-agakwa ọfụma kwa mgbe anyị ji elekarị afịa na afịa anyị bụ afịa ụzọ ụtụtụ ka mma akpọkalịa at least 7 o'clock onye ọbụla na-azụ afịa ewu ịnọdụgo n'afịa kpọsaga afịa anyị ndị mmadụ a na-abata dịka taa n'ibe oye naanị na-abụla anyị na-ekwume market echi niile ọbụla afọ nnobi na-abụkwara anyị nnukwu main market nwanne echi ọbụla eke ụfọdụ ejebe eke uke ụfọdụ ejebe eke Ekwulọbịa ụfọdụ ejebe eke Nteje anyị nwawe eke Nteje anyị mepelie bekwa na eke Igwe Nteje fụkwa anyị akpọsakwa na-ele so na afịa ewu na-eme mma na onye ji capital onye Chineke gọzi onye ji 50,000 ga-ebido afịa ewu.
The situation was the same at Nkwo Ifitedunu.
Ifuru ego nyere nye ebe 13,000 abịa dịle ego.
So ọ na-agala ọnụ ewu ọ na-agala ọnụ.
No ebe na Nkwo Ifitedunu aka ihe egote ewu cheapest almost na Anambra State na Nkwo ebe a ana m abịa oge ọbụla and in short ebe a ka ihe ego ewu cheapest. Yes.
Ada abịa ebe ego ewu maka na ebe niile na-eje ewu na-egote ebe a na-adịkarị m ọnụ ala ọ na-adịkarị chipa so mezie m na-abịa ebe a na-egole ewu eji ewu eme ibu eji ewu eme saraka eji ewu egbu ewu nna eme ife nwaanyị n'obodo a ejikwa ewu ndị na-eme omenala jikwa ewu eme ife omenala ndị na-eje ụka jikwa ewu atụ mma n'ụlọ ụka so no ife ji ewu eme bụ ibu na.
Since no market exists without challenges, the dealers, who are mainly people from Ifitedunu, have their challenges.
To n'ewu amụ anyị n'ewu enwesịrị ndị bugoro akwụkwọ n'ebe nwee ndị na-agụrụ ma duto na ụfọdụ nneba na nnaba azụrụ ya o mechaa kontinu gwa ebe a kwụsị so na onye mere ya and the head office anyị bụ Nkwo Ifitedunu so anyị na-enwe ebe nwa ihe dị ka na-afịa kịta na anyị need ihe dị ka borehole anyị need barbed wire anyị need kwa security ihe ji need that borehole bụ ihe dị ka otu anwụ na-eke onwe ike onwe ewu dị aṅa ike gwụbagoro ikwesịrị na anyị mmiri ọnwa mmiri nwetakwa ị na-eji wee na-eri nri security ahụ ibe dị ka onwe ka ewu si tibe n'ụdị ya ọ dapụ na outside yotago so ụlọ anyị nidikwuru ụlọ because ụlọ abụ dị very very important oge udu mmiri bụ na obere ụlọ dị ebe kịta ka anyị niile na-anọkọba yotago so ọ bụrụ na dati alụọla anyị ụlọ a more quantity of goat ya na-abatakwa n'ime abịa because anyị na-eji ugwu asa direct ebute ewu anyị na-eje Adamawa anyị na-eje Kano anyị na-eje Yobe State ma ụfọdụ na-eje Jos so different places every Friday ebe anyị na-eme trail of load.
Because goat is used for several purposes like Thanksgiving at the church, sacrifices for the spiritualists, for preparation of food for social events, for cooking at home, restaurants, and many more, the business will continue to boom like every other business. That means that goat business flourishes both during and out of season. Testimonies in Ogbewu, N'Imo, in Njikoka local government area have proved that business can thrive in Anambra State. Call it dealing in goats, dealing in chicken, dealing in any type of livestock can thrive in Anambra State. And we also heard that with as little as 50,000, you can set up a goat business and thrive in it. The youths, you have every opportunity to engage yourself meaningfully. From Oyenimo in Njikoka local government area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS Insider News.
Need I say that goat's meat is my best? For me, anytime, any day, Christmas, New Year, Easter, it's goat meat. I'm not a chicken person. Thank you so very much, Ngozi Obileri, for that wonderful outing. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like I said, www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And that does it on the show tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Sleep tight.